I blocked it.
You came close.
I blocked. I was like a Cobra Kai style block. What's up, everyone? I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
We got some chatter going on already. This is Living for Crits. It's Sunday night. We're all here, and just like Greg and Keith out there, me and Judge Evie have our tea. Look at that. This is my Dutch Wonderland cup.
Alexander Hamilton.
Rob's asking, what happened to the slick back hair the other day? That was called a shower, and I just combed it back as hard as I could right before the game started. But this is the majestic.
Is all natural.
This is the majestic hair. This is how my hair is supposed to look. You know.
So you're going for Krusty.
It's not Krusty.
Krusty the Clown.
It's not Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, it is.
I know that it's like from the side I can tell it's way bigger in the back.
Yeah.
And the front still isn't growing, but I'm gonna keep going. At some point, I don't know. I may have to get it cut, but no time soon.
I'll cut it.
This is actually my favorite length. I prefer to have it like a sphere. So although this doesn't look great anymore.
See, but I prefer to look at it when it's not a sphere.
Gabe says T-Sip Classics.
You spelled Krusty wrong.
Whatever. All right, so this is Living for Crits, and it's Sunday night, and we're gonna have a lot of chatter tonight because, I mean, this isn't the most organized of shows. We have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of stuff in the news coming up on the gaming front. Not in the news. Only news I have today is this shirt here is semi-ruined because it's got bleach spots.
Someone decided to put bleach all over it.
Because we were bleaching our food, and
everyone's shook that we do that. I'm like, what?
Well, that's what we're doing. Okay, we're bleaching food. I had a full house tonight. You know, we got, let's see here. Keith's on, Greg's on, Rob's on.
Lucy's trying to get on. Wait, let's see.
Another Rob is on. We have tons of Robs. Dev is on.
I think half of our following is just named Rob.
Scott is on. Man, we gotta actually pull this together and do a real show. People are watching.
Why are people on right now?
Because they're on now. Why are people on? We are like, hey, Lex is on. We're like, hey, come watch the show, and you're like, I don't know. That's you. Maybe not. Don't heyo me in the face.
Heyo.
Only one heyo allowed. Bleach shirt classics. Nothing else to do.
I have a new hoodie, and I have a.
What's your hoodie say?
It's from the Polar Bear Plunge theme.
Oh, from the Polar Bear Plunge.
Yeah, it took 2 months to ship, but it's here.
Well, there you go.
Right now, when we were there. But then I also have my blanket hoodie that just got here today. Like those giant hoodies, but are also giant blankets. Like you guys, they probably have them. It's a normal thing.
Let's talk the week in gaming. So we had X-Crawl on Tuesday, where we finished Cyber Forest of the Shroom Elf Vegans, a.k.a. Greenwood of the Fae Sovereign. And we wrapped that up. That was a fun ending.
Pretty snazzy.
Remember how that ended?
Give me a second.
You were there.
Yeah, because you burned the thing down.
You burned the whole tree down.
I didn't burn it down.
That's right.
They tried to make me pay for it, but I didn't burn it down.
Yeah, that's a shame.
See, my daughter has one.
Whose daughter? You don't have a daughter.
It's a thing.
Oh, Rob's daughter has one.
No, I don't have a daughter.
I know. On what else did we do this week? That's from last week. I had to take that one out. I played Shadow of the Demon Lord yesterday and finished the adventure Forbidden Fruit. It was a really fun adventure. Highly recommended.
Was the fruit forbidden?
It was. You know what was great? But so my friend Paul, who's in it, that was the closest to a spell duel I have ever seen.
That was John.
In any kind of game, with two alteration specialists like witches transforming each other into stuff. It was a pretty awesome scene. So that's how we did our Saturday, and then this afternoon, me and Marshall Cooper and Jen finished the Dread Caverns of Divok the 91st. So our big Dwarven Forge setup will be taken down, and we will put that away, and I think we're going to start setting the table up for 30 days, 30 miniatures, which we'll be talking about soon. That's the event that I try to put together every year, where if you go back, you can watch it in these videos, and it's can you paint 30 miniatures in 30 days? So it's going to be a good time.
Always do more.
I did like 60 last year. That is correct. But there's nothing wrong with doing more.
There's nothing wrong, but like.
Keith says he had his PCs burned down the tower with the villagers and sailors. That's rough.
John's miniature's getting painted.
Flail is getting painted. Yes, all of the Hero Forge miniatures are getting painted.
All the shrubs people.
Yep.
Like horse legs.
Horse legs is getting painted. Let's see. Any other gaming to talk about?
I did. Okay, so we were watching a movie, but I didn't want to watch the movie. So instead I got my computer, and I beat Duck Life 1 and Duck Life 2 in less than like
what
an hour
movie
and a
was
half.
this?
It was their Robot Girl movie.
Oh, Alita Battle Angel?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
I wasn't watching it because I was playing Duck Life.
Man, that's rough.
I was.
All right, let's get on to the
rom-com.
Let's go on to the next section here.
You just got rid of Judge Evie Presides.
No, I'm putting it here. It's next. No, I'm just moving it.
You canceled it. Wow.
I didn't cancel anything.
Canceled.
Let's talk about stuff. Why is this here? I'll put that over here.
I don't know. I didn't put it there.
All right, that goes there. All right, no, let's go to the questions.
Canceled.
We're in Judge Evie Presides. This is the part of the show where if you want to ask questions to us, you can email them to Evie at dccjudgeevie@gmail.com.
So the first one is from Instagram. Because I put a thing out on Instagram. I only got 2 questions.
That's okay. That's great.
This is last week.
There's no whining and podcasting, Rob says.
Hector, right?
That is Hector, yes. Hector the Missile Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
She's presiding now.
What does presides even mean?
Never mind. Just keep reading.
Okay. He said, for next time, are there any new adventures you're planning to run or would like to run?
So Judge Evie has something, and I have something to talk about.
Death Slaves of Eternity!
So when are you going to run Death Slaves of Eternity?
I don't know.
Let me hold it up.
No, I'm the model.
All right, well, hold it up. So you bought this at Gen Con, 2 years ago?
Yep.
And you still haven't run it. That's a pretty fat adventure.
Don't get mad at me. There's so many things we haven't run yet. You bought ages ago.
But I'm working through them. What do you mean?
So am I.
What are you working through? You've run 2 adventures.
3.
Not
4.
I'm not saying you've run
5.
a lot. No, listen, you've run a lot more than that, but you only run certain adventures.
Because I haven't read the other ones yet. I've run Sailors. I've ran that weird. I've run Nebbit. I've run Malmo. I've
run Momo.
Run
Momo.
The
Momo again.
No.
More Momo.
Stop. I've run the Delco one with you. And that weird beehive one that we did.
The beehive adventure?
What was it that we did back in the Norman Game Nights?
It was a beehive adventure?
What was it?
I don't remember any beehive adventure.
Like the one where we split it up over 2 times.
Oh, that was Mutant Crawl Classics, and you're talking Hive of the Overmind. It wasn't a beehive.
Hive.
It was like
beehive.
ants.
Hives and bees, same thing.
I'm going to answer this question too. So what I want to run, and this is somewhat new, is
John would love this. I would run this for John. That's what I would do. Because John made me a slave in our game. So this is John's turn.
Alright, so this is what I want to run. And I can say it's new because I have the hardback for the Chain Coffin. But I still want to finish and get through the actual adventure out of the Chain Coffin by Michael Curtis. We started a campaign for this in Pittsburgh about 18 months before we moved from Pittsburgh out here to Philly. And we had 15 sessions into this every Friday night campaign. It was a year before, because we were playing almost every other Friday. We were playing, and we were working our way up from 0 level up to the 5th level that you have to be, I think, for Chain Coffin. And we never made it. We got through a lot of sessions, had a great time, played in the Shutter Mountains as a campaign. But this is beautiful as a hardback. I would love to do a review for this, but as per my review rules, I can't review it.
Why not?
Until I finish it. So, that's a dilemma for me.
Review something?
Yeah, if you, yeah, of course.
Oh, cool. I don't know what to review. It'd be terrible review. I get 1 star.
What?
People wouldn't Yelp me very well. Can you Yelp people?
This is my next goal, is to play through this, I guess.
Can you Yelp a
I'm just
person?
gonna leave this here.
Or do you Yelp a place?
Yelp a place.
Then what is the thing like you do?
Let's see here. Scott needs to get his mitts on the chain coffin at some point. You do, but then you have to run it.
What do you mean hands? Like oven mitts? I gotta get my mitts.
Keith says I would run it, but first the one who watches from below, which we do own. We haven't run it yet.
Yeah, we own that. Yeah, definitely do that. Next question.
Next question.
Oh, the next.
That was very similar to a David Beatty's question on Facebook this week. That was a big Facebook post.
This is from.
Greg has a question for us too.
Oh, what? Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Rob.
Yeah,
let me read Greg's question first. He's in there.
Oh, okay.
Greg asks, what your recommendation for an online game with some new RPG players? I'm thinking Cypher, but I'm curious if you have other suggestions. Dungeon Crawl Classics. Look at that. It's just, I mean, that's a good suggestion because, you know,
it's easy.
You really need to start your new players early on a system with lots of dice. So just start them then, and then back them up to Cypher systems as one die. I would, run whatever you're the most comfortable running. I always say that. That is my go-to answer. I would say DCC most days of the week, but I will say if you are most comfortable with Cypher, run Cypher. If you're most comfortable with 13th Age, run 13th Age. Just 13th Age is like a fantasy game. It's like D&D. It's okay. It's fun. I mean, it's not for me, but it's fun. Rob says Cypher looks pretty darn cool though. I was telling Savage Worlds Rob about it last night, but DCC is king. There are so many Robs in our life right now.
I know.
There are tons of Robs. That's a good thing though. They're all cool. So that's pretty cool. Next question. This is by Rob. Read it the way he wrote it with the typo.
What, in your opinion, is the best newbie funeral to introduce new players to the game without going too crazy on the storytelling?
Best newbie funeral, huh, there?
I'm thinking a newbie funnel to introduce people new to DCC about the class and game mechanics with a straightforward setting or dungeon. These players will not be new to DCC, but tabletop role-playing altogether. I'm not only be.
You said funeral. I love it. The best newbie funeral. You know what? It's not far off. I think it's both the same thing. I don't know. So, what do you think is the best funnel for new players?
I don't know.
You've run some and you've played in some. So, of all the funnels you've been in, what do you think? What do you think's a good funnel for new players?
I mean, Nebben's pretty lit.
You like Neb and Pendlebrook?
That's what I did.
I think Neb and Pendlebrook is a really great funnel for new players. It's not super high death either, right? So
I mean, if it's me, yes, but like.
But Neb and Pendlebrook isn't exact. Neb and Pendlebrook's Perilous Pantry. I have it away I think it's in your room, isn't it? Because it's like really your adventure at this point. You kind of claimed it. It is a adventure by Purple Sorcerer. You can get it on purplesorcerer.com. And I think Rob Savage, Philly GM Rob, said he did that, and it was fun. Another great one is Sailors in the Starless Sea is the quintessential zero-level funnel of funnels. And then if you want to get something that's still a fun twist, I think it's first level, but you could do the first session as a funnel, would be to do Doom of the Savage Kings. But there are so many cool funnels. Actually, the one we just played a few weeks ago, which was the one with the giants we just played, that with the giant things, that the convention adventure we just did. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
We just did it. Rob just did it. We were all there. We played in DCC Pittsburgh.
Oh,
A Cursed Heart of the World Ender. If you want to be up to date on a really fun, straightforward, short zero-level funnel that's not going to take a ton of time, that's a great one too. And then in the back of the book, of the DCC core book, there is Portal Under the Stars, which is a great zero-level funnel for players and for new judges. And Shannon is saying, "Oh my God, the hair," which is a good time for me to pick to just do it out a little bit.
Stop fluffing.
What's the next question?
Sad, the next question doesn't have a typo or a funeral. For that matter.
Go ahead.
Oh, this one's addressed to me. Look, it says Judge Evie.
Okay.
The other one didn't say Judge Evie. This one says though. Do you think players enjoy full campaigns over one-shots? And if they do or not, why? What are some of your favorite published one-shots to judge? And what are 2 of your favorite multi-session campaigns to judge? Multi-session campaigns. Yeah, definitely judge so many of those.
But what's your favorite as a player?
As a player?
Do you like coming back week over week with a character getting better, or do you like just trying new things every week?
I mean, I like... depends on the mood I'm in. Like, if I'm in the mood for, what's it called? Oh, yeah, death. If I'm in the mood for that, then a one-shot. Ow, ow. But if I'm, the mood for, what's it called? Commitment. Gotta commit.
What do you like for your characters?
What? Like what?
What do you like to see as a player, though?
I just said it depends on the mood I'm in.
You as a player in the mood for death, playing the game, you hate when your characters die.
No, not like that.
You're the biggest whiner when your character, anything happens to them.
Okay. So if it's with I'm trying to think of how to do that. How to say it.
How do you say it?
I don't know.
Hair Crawl Classics is how
I like
Gabe just said it.
campaigns if it's with people that I know well.
Okay.
And
Why would you be in a campaign with people you don't know well?
I don't know. But I don't like how
Shannon says you like games that make you clap. That's a good point. I mean, games that make you clap are the good games.
And then the one shots are good for game stores and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Greg
says, play Paranoia and your aversion to death will be vanished. And then Paladin Lord, that's John, right? Josh?
What? Yeah, that's John.
Josh. I like one shot compared to a single campaign session better, but an entire campaign is better with just one shots, in my opinion. It's a good point. A good one shot can be a lot of fun, but to see real player progression, player character progression is I think important, and it really is a topic of our show tonight. We should go into our questions, our main topic tonight, I think.
Oh, we should, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk to Judge Evie about her DCC characters. That's the topic of tonight. I thought we would break out some of the characters she's playing. I don't know what she's doing with her eyes right now. If you're going to cast a spell.
Hurts.
What are you doing?
My eye really hurts. Ow! It's stinging.
Out of the blue?
Ow! No, it's been like this for a while.
Work through it.
Ow!
All right. I thought we'd talk to Judge Evie about all of her characters. And she's got a progression of characters here that are good conversation pieces. But you have played 3 of the core character classes quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
So let's start with what you think about warriors, because you've played 2 warriors so far. You've got Jeff,
I forgot about
the 3rd level warrior, who's a wheat farmer in our DCC Shutter Mountains campaign.
That was in the beginning of 2018.
Yeah, so what were your thoughts on playing that character, Judge Evie? What did you like about playing a warrior in that situation?
Wow.
Do you remember it?
Vaguely.
Your 2nd level Mumania has more hit points than that character did.
That's sad.
I know.
That's pretty sad.
This is Jeff.
Oh, the artwork on the back's amazing.
Yeah, as... Ooh, classy.
I don't
remember anything about this character. What's up with the hands and getting stabbed and stuff?
What?
Counter the Fs. Count the Fs. Hashtag count the Fs. So Jeff, and that is her character name.
A new F every level.
She added a new F after each level and started out with 3 Fs and went to 4 Fs and 5 Fs.
No, it's 6 Fs.
6 Fs. Okay, well, what can you tell the players, or the people?
Jeff was a warrior. He was a fighter. He never died because he's still here.
And Mumania is also your Lankmar character from our current Lankmar campaign. Mumania of the Eastern Lands is also a warrior.
Mumania's lit.
Yeah. So what are the things you like about playing a warrior?
Oh, you can go do stupid stuff and you have less chance of dying because you have more hit points.
What don't you like about playing a warrior?
You're always shoved in the front.
Not always.
Okay, but then when people, you're not usually shoved in the front. When people think about it, and they're like, oh wait, they should put that warrior in the front.
I'm trying to think here.
You can go with that rule.
In our game, weren't you the only warrior in the party in the game back with back with the Shutter Mountains game, the Chain Coffin game. I think you were the only warrior.
I think so.
And I think you're the only warrior. You are the only warrior in the Lankmar game. So why are you always stuck being the only warrior?
I don't know.
Okay, so you like having the hit points, but you don't like being forced to spend them.
What?
What?
Yes.
What is up with your eyes?
It really hurts, like right there.
All right, so that's the warrior talk.
Don't look at my eyes, okay? Don't eye shame me.
Let's talk about this. Based on how many sheets this is, which character is this? Do you know? Based on how many
That's
sheets.
Betty.
Okay, this is Betty. Betty Bunker.
Wizards are like lit. Like wizards are my favorite.
Okay.
Cause then you have all the spells, and then you can do crazy stuff, and yeah. And Betty's lit because Betty's got a bunch of crap. Wait, when did we?
I made that for you. I cleaned up Betty's character sheet.
Wow.
I
Because
know.
Betty's got stupid stuff. Like Betty's got meat pies, and dwarf bladders, and
None of these have anything to do with any of your spells.
and goblin pastries.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Betty is a 3rd level wizard.
Yeah.
Also a cool character.
Mhm. She's pretty lit.
What don't you like about playing wizards?
Because when you fail a spell really bad, then everyone at the table just yells at you, and they're like, "Boo! No, that was terrible!" And then you're stuck there like,
That's Betty. Okay, now let's talk about
Teddy.
Teddy.
Who's a girl?
Teddy's a girl.
Not a guy.
And Teddy is your current character in DCC X Crawl that we started 3 weeks
Don't
ago.
look at the back. You can show this part, but don't show that back. Oh, it's my
Why?
rap. It's my rap. It's my rap.
Do you want to sing your rap?
He said I can't.
No, you can't. There's one thing you need to change one line because it's kind of offensive.
How is it offensive?
We're not going to sing it on air. So we got some comments here. We have a God That's
I
Good
can
comment in the
explain
meat
it.
pies.
I can explain it
Rast,
before I rap.
Rob says, by the way, I can't get enough of DCC Lankmar. Way better than the Savage Worlds Lankmar stuff. While I enjoy both, I think the DCC Lankmar is definitely the quintessential of all Lankmars.
Can I explain the meat part? And then can I sing it? If I explain it enough?
No.
Why not?
Because no.
Can I just hum that line then?
Don't worry, Rob. I'll get to it.
Can I hum the line?
Yeah, not the rap. Josh shot it down.
Can I hum that line instead like?
Okay.
Okay. Drop me a beat like a don't. My name is Teddy. I don't have a gun. When you're near me, all you wanna do is run. But here comes a saxophone. Oh, what a creep! Back to me. I'm royalty. I drive a sports car. It's a Lamborghini. I worship Discordia. He's a really cool guy. But if I don't listen, he'll make me cry. Back to me. My name is Teddy. I'm the deadliest dapperling you ever have seen.
I think we need to clarify the part with the saxophone. That in the saxophone comment, the reason that's in there is because there was a little brownie chasing him around, playing a saxophone. Whenever it would show up, it would play "Careless Whisper" in the adventure. So they'd be like,
What is that comment? Hey, what's that mean?
Don't worry about it.
What's that mean?
Just ignore it. All right.
Wow, I
don't know. All right. There we go. Maybe more rapping.
Thank you.
What do you like about playing clerics besides the fact we just had a rapping scene? You pick.
Oh. I like the fact that you can heal people, but then if you never do, everyone gets on your case about it. But it's like, it's always because you can choose this, like, you want to heal them or not, and it's like, I don't like you, I don't have to heal you, but like you don't do that, but like you have the option to do that. What about clerics? Just Teddy.
But you like by playing. You've played 2 clerics. You had this cleric, and you played a
cleric.
No.
I don't think so.
Wasn't your character in our game we played at the game store at the Games Keep? Wasn't that a cleric?
I don't know.
What was that character's name?
I don't know.
You don't remember? What don't you like about playing clerics?
The fact that the stupid disapproval stuff.
Oh well.
But then you can just turn your house into a Mexican restaurant and get a taco truck, and then you'll get rid of all your disapproval. Heads up. Just get a taco truck. What? It's true.
It doesn't work in every campaign. You can't just start a vegan taco truck in every campaign. It only works.
You can convert everyone that comes to
it
taco
only
truck.
works in X-Crawl. It doesn't work in every DCC game.
Why not?
So it does it.
Why not?
There's not vegan taco trucks in Lankmar.
How do you know?
Because vegan taco trucks of Lankmar hasn't been written yet.
Well, you can write it yourself.
Okay. I did have a restaurant called the Charming Chicken in every game I used to run. Why?
It
was a chicken restaurant.
Why?
Because I ran a game.
Is it Charming Chicken in Lankmar?
I ran it my old alternity because Mordain Shannon was in my alternity campaign in college.
My eyes going off again.
Your eyes are going off because I said alternity?
I don't know. Does this look weird?
It does. It's creeping me out. Let's move on to the next segment and Kickstarter shoutouts. This week's shoutout is for Goodman Games, the DCC RPG Empire of the East. The cover has tanks and knights, so why not talk about it? The Kickstarter, the note said, thousands of years ago, the ashes of nuclear fire changed the world. The weapons of mass destruction ceased to work as the laws of physics altered. In their wake came elementals and demons, creatures from the darkest dreams and nightmares of mankind. Magic returned to the world. Humankind arose from the ashes and rebuilt society, just as the vile Empire of the East wielded the demonic powers of Orcus to sweep across the globe. Now it falls to a small group of resistance fighters to reclaim freedom for humanity. It sounds a little like Wizards, which scares the crap out of me. It's by Fred Saberhagen, was the author of the books, and there is now the license to do that through their estate is to Goodman Games. There's a Kickstarter right now. I will post the link in the notes below. So there you go. And Road Crew shoutouts. We got to talk about DCC Day and DCC Days. So how this is going to work is DCC Day for friendly local game stores is Saturday, June 13th.
Kickstarter's down.
That's okay. I'll come back up. But because everyone's still gaming online because of the coronavirus, DCC Days is an online convention. Think of it like Cyclops Con 1.5 from Thursday, June 11th to Sunday, June 14th. And I'll be running that Saturday morning Neon Nights 2037. And then there is Dungeon Battle Delco, which Judge Evie and I are running together on Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make it any later.
That's the time, because that's when I like to run games, is at 9 a.m. or earlier.
What about me? I don't want to run games at night.
Well, I guess you're not running the game with me. I guess I won't have my character with me.
9 in the morning? I'm in bed at 9 in the morning. I'm in bed till like 10 because I stay up until 4. It sounds like there's
other Kickstarters too. There was a Torchbearer Kickstarter, which I can't play because like Burning Wheel makes my brain hurt. And the Deadlands Kickstarter, that's what Rob just mentioned, both of those. And there's a Shadows of Estrin Kickstarter, I don't know what that is. But it's got shadows, so there you go.
I went to bed at like 4. Well, no, I went to bed at 2:30.
This week on Thursday, if you to wrapping up here, I will be continuing the review of Dungeon Crawl Classics, Peril on the Purple Planet.
Modeling.
I will be doing the second part of the review, which is going to be me talking about the adventures contained within the original box set. So that's this week, and some of the experience I had running those adventures. Great job.
Thanks.
Judge Evie, do you wish to tell our friends where to find us?
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, continue. Okay, at I Live for Crits on Twitter, Living for Crits on Instagram, or search Living for Crits on YouTube.
All right, with that said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay together, do some gaming, have a great week. We will see you in a few days. And for our outro ASMR,
Why would you say a few? Oh, because you're
I do Thursday. I'm just going to say, see you at DC.